In 2008, a terrible storm, a hurricane of immense power, swept across the island nation of Haiti. It was a time of great sorrow and loss. The wind screamed through the towns and villages, and the rain fell in sheets, washing away not just the soil, but the very foundations of people's lives. Houses that had stood for generations crumbled into piles of debris. Roads that connected communities were broken and impassable. In the aftermath, a quiet devastation settled over the land. Many people found themselves without a roof over their heads, their belongings scattered, and their sense of security shattered. The world watched the news with heavy hearts, seeing the images of a beautiful island nation brought to its knees by nature's fury. The global community responded with a surge of compassion. Nations from every corner of the earth began to mobilize, sending what they could to help the suffering. America was among the very first to extend a hand of support. Cargo planes filled with emergency supplies began to arrive, carrying food, clean water, and medical aid. Teams of dedicated rescue workers and volunteers flew in, ready to face the difficult conditions and offer their skills and strength. It was a powerful display of global solidarity, a testament to the human spirit's capacity for kindness in the face of widespread disaster. For a time, Haiti was the focus of the world's prayers and its most generous impulses. For one man, Pastor CARLO, the news from Haiti was not just another headline. It was a deeply personal call to his soul. His own family roots are planted deep in the rich soil of Haiti, a land he knows through the warm and colorful stories passed down from his parents. He grew up hearing about the vibrant culture, the delicious food, the resilience of the people, and the sound of laughter echoing through the streets. The images of destruction felt like a wound to his own heart. He knew that he could not simply stand by and watch from a distance. A gentle but firm stirring began within him, a conviction that he was being called to do something tangible, something real, to help his ancestral home. This feeling was more than just a fleeting emotion. It was a profound and unwavering pull, a sense of divine purpose settling upon him. He thought of the faces of the people, the children who had lost their schools, and the parents who worried about how they would feed their families the next day. He felt their fear and their uncertainty as if it were his own. In that moment of quiet reflection and prayer, Pastor CARLO made a firm decision. He would not just send his thoughts and prayers, as valuable as they were. He would take action. He would step out in faith and do something that would bring immediate, practical help to the people who were hurting so deeply. His journey of service was about to begin. With a clear purpose in his heart, Pastor CARLO began his mission. He secured a large, sturdy shipping container, a massive steel box that would become a vessel of hope. He then set out to fill it. Boxes of non-perishable food, bundles of clean clothes, stacks of school supplies, simple hand tools. The cost to send this container across the sea to Haiti was $7,000. This covered only shipping. The goods inside were an additional offering. For Pastor CARLO, cost was secondary to urgent need. He gladly gave the money. He oversaw the packing himself, ensuring every inch was used. He prayed over the container, asking it would arrive safely and bless those who received it. The container arrived in a port in Haiti. It was transported to a community in desperate need. Its doors were swung open. The response was immediate and overwhelming. People who had lost nearly everything gathered. Volunteers carefully distributed the goods. There were tears, gratitude, and relief. The sight of food, the feel of clean clothing, the promise of a notebook and pencil for a child. One container couldn't solve everything, but it was a powerful start. It planted a seed of hope in a community that had been living under a cloud of fear and uncertainty. This single act of kindness demonstrated that help was real and that people far away cared. It was a moment of light in a very dark time. The container was more than just a collection of supplies. It was a message that they were loved, that their struggle was seen, that they had the strength to begin again. Pastor CARLO understood that while a container of goods could provide immediate relief, it could not provide a lasting solution. True recovery, he believed, would come from empowering the Haitian people themselves, especially the next generation. He did not want his work to end with that single shipment. He envisioned a future where the youth of Haiti were not victims of circumstance but architects of their own brighter destiny. With this long-term vision in mind, he took a transformative program called the BOSS movement. The name was chosen carefully. It was meant to inspire young people to become the boss of their own lives, to take charge, and to lead with purpose and conviction within their own communities. The BOSS movement focused its efforts on training a large group of 750 young people and children. This was an ambitious undertaking, requiring immense dedication and resources. The training curriculum was thoughtfully designed to build character and impart practical skills. A core component of the program was teaching resilience, helping the youth understand how to face adversity, how to get back up after being knocked down by life's storms, and how to find strength in their struggles. It also focused heavily on faith, encouraging them to build a strong spiritual foundation and to trust in God and in the goodness of one another. These lessons were about building an unshakable inner core that could withstand any challenge. Over the years, the seeds planted by the BOSS movement began to grow and bear fruit. The young people who went through the training started to make a visible difference. Some used their new skills to open small roadside stands selling goods and providing for their families. Others became teachers themselves, passing on the knowledge they had gained to even younger children in their neighborhoods. Many took on leadership roles in local projects, organizing teams to clean up their towns, plant community gardens, or repair public spaces. The change was not loud or dramatic. It was a quiet, steady transformation, growing step by step. Today, many of those original 750 students are leaders, bringing hope and innovative ideas to build a better Haiti from within. Long before the hurricane of 2015, a different kind of seed was planted in Pastor CARLO ALCE's life, one that would grow into a powerful partnership. The story begins much earlier, back in 2005. Pastor CARLO was in Banning, California, attending a special gathering called the Third Wave of Worship. Music, prayer, a shared passion for faith. It was there that he met another man with a similar heart for service, Dr. Bola Arowolo. Their meeting was not a grand or orchestrated event, but a simple introduction that would prove to be divinely guided. A connection was made that day, one that would leave a lasting mark on both of their lives and ministries. From that first encounter, a deep friendship began to form. Pastor CARLO and Dr. Bola found that they shared a common vision and a mutual desire to see faith expressed through action. They began to speak often. Their conversations were filled with encouragement and shared dreams. They prayed together over the phone, lifting up the needs of the world and seeking guidance for their own paths. A recurring theme in their discussions was the nation of Haiti. Pastor CARLO would share his love for his ancestral homeland, and Dr. Bola would listen with a compassionate heart, feeling a growing call to join his friend. They both felt that the power of worship could bring healing and unity to a nation that had endured so much. During these heartfelt talks, a specific idea began to take shape. They dreamed of bringing the wave of worship movement to the shores of Haiti. They envisioned a mission trip that was about more than just delivering aid, lifting spirits through music, strengthening communities through shared faith, reminding the Haitian people of their inherent worth and resilience. They spoke about the logistics, the challenges, and the potential impact. It was a beautiful and ambitious dream, and they held it gently in their hearts, waiting for the right time to bring it to life. Their friendship became a crucible where this holy ambition was refined and strengthened. After much prayer, discussion, and patient planning, a firm decision was finally made. The planned mission trip for December 2025 is not an isolated event, but a significant milestone on a much longer journey. This journey has a clear and inspiring timeline, one that reveals the power of steady, patient work over many years. It all began with a simple, hopeful meeting between two men of faith in 2005. That initial spark of connection then lay dormant, a seed of potential waiting for the right conditions to grow. The timeline then leaps forward a decade to the crisis of 2015 when the hurricane struck Haiti. This tragedy acted as the catalyst, moving Pastor Carlo from concern to decisive action. He led the shipment of a $7,000 container filled with essential supplies. That first act of relief was the next major point on the timeline, a tangible expression of care. But the story did not end there. It evolved into something more sustainable with the creation of the BOSS movement. The program shifted from temporary aid to long-term investment in people. The training of 750 young leaders unfolded over several years. Now the timeline extends forward once more toward the mission trip at the end of 2025. It brings the story full circle, connecting the 2005 friendship with ongoing work in Haiti. The 20-year gap is not delay, but testimony to perseverance. Meaningful work is nurtured over time through changing seasons and challenges. Marking this 27 years anniversary with a return to Haiti is a statement of faithfulness. True change is a series of small, consistent steps. The story of Pastor Carlo and Dr. Bola is long-haul love and commitment. It demonstrates how a friendship, a crisis, a container, and a training program can weave together into a tapestry of hope. Each point on the timeline testifies that faithful service, however humble, builds a lasting legacy.